Hello, it's Attorney Mike Grevlin coming to you from Chicago. As usual, this is a serious one, people. I'll give you a warning. This is late breaking. I got put onto it by Natalie D. I hadn't heard from Natalie D in a while, but she sent this to me. It's a tragic case out of northern Michigan, where I'm from. I mean, it's bad stuff. It's in front of Judge Wiggins, who we do a lot of court appearances on. And in fact, I got a really interesting one. I have to thank Zach from Law Nerds Unite. I was looking for the arraignments on this. The arraignments, there were two people arraigned yesterday. There are two people getting arraigned today, like right now. But I can't find it on the feed because as you'll see, the judge is saying you can't live stream this. So I have bits. I have a very small bit of the arraignment. And then the arraignment from today, I don't have. I do have a recent appearance from Rebecca Park, who is tragically no longer with us. She's and that's where the investigation has turned. Is they found her body. The thing that is the big question out there, the big mystery right now, she was very pregnant at the time. And I've got a recent court appearance from her, which will show that. I believe from August. She goes missing in early November. I have an October 29th court appearance where you can see her. You can tell that she's pregnant. And they find her body, but they haven't found the baby. That's what's going on here. I'm giving you a little overview. I just found out about this yesterday. It's everywhere. It's everywhere just because it's so horrific, honestly. That's what's going on. So let me give you a little background, and then we'll look at the what we have of the actual arraignment, and which isn't much, and the recent court appearance. Let's get this going here, shall we?
We're back with new developments in a case we've been following out of northern Michigan. Two people have been arrested in the death of Rebecca Park, a pregnant woman who had been missing since November 3rd. Let's get live.
So this is coverage from Fox Detroit, but it's everywhere. But I think it's a nice little synopsis.
At the Fox News, Jessica Duke next has been following the investigation and joins us with new details. Jessica.
Roop, I want to get everyone up to speed, first of all, because this case does stem out of northern Michigan, but it has had mass appeal across the country. We're talking about a young mother, 22-year-old Rebecca Park. She went missing in early November. She was 38 weeks pregnant, actually starting the process of labor when she was last seen by her mother in the Cadillac area, specifically Boone Township. Now, 3 weeks after she went missing, this takes us to last week, her body was found not too far from when she was last seen in the Manistee National Forest. An autopsy confirming over the weekend the worst, that it was in fact Rebecca Park, but sadly her baby was nowhere and is nowhere to be found at this hour. Now last week, shortly after her body was found, there were two people that were arrested. The child's father was arrested and Rebecca Park's own sister. Now they were both charged on unrelated charges. He was charged with drug charges.
Okay, so far we've got the baby's father and her sister arrested. And then later we'll see, it looks like her mother and her stepfather also get arrested. I don't have this all plotted out yet. But that's what we're dealing with here.
She was also charged with lying to police. Now, they have since been arraigned, and we learned in the last 24 hours, two more people have been arrested, Courtney Bartholomew and Bradley Bartholomew. Courtney is actually Rebecca's own mother and her stepdad, Bradley. Now, they were supposed to be charged in relation to this case, in relation to what is now a homicide investigation, and their arraignment was postponed until tomorrow.
New developments tonight after the body of Rebecca Park was discovered in the Manistee National Forest.
Okay, so I don't know what Up North Live is, but that's where I get the video. So shout out to Up North Live. So this is, obviously it looks like an NBC station. somewhere, probably in Michigan.
Rebecca's fiance and sister are now behind bars as the death investigation widens. 21-year-old Kimberly Park now being held on a $750,000 bond, with the judge today calling her a flight risk.
Richard Fowler, Rebecca's fiance, is being held on $1 million bond and being called a threat to the community. The charges come just a day after a body resembling Park was discovered by searchers in the Manistee National Forest.
Dale, please state your name for the.
Okay, so that was just to lay the groundwork for you. By the way, they found the body in the Manistee National Forest. I'm familiar with the area. The Manistee National Forest is freaking huge. Huge. Like, takes up entire counties, kind of big. It's like from the lake in for a big chunk of Michigan. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful area. There are a couple roads that go through there. Other than that, it's woods. Period. End of statement. And you can't develop it.
The record.
Kimberly Park.
All right.
So that's Kimberly Park, presumably Rebecca Park's sister.
Ladies and gentlemen, both here in the courtroom, for the media, and those on live stream, the court has an ethical duty to make sure that the defendants in these cases are able to obtain a fair trial. The court is well aware of the publicity that this case has received across the country and perhaps around the world. So in order to protect the defendant's interests in this case, the court is going to take the courtroom off of live stream, and we will only deal with what is here in the courtroom. I'm also ordering that any media present not live stream the proceedings. The court has no way to protect that anything that is being live streamed is not out there for perpetuity. So for those reasons, I'm not authorizing you to live stream. You can record. And
just for the record, this is in compliance with that, as far as I can tell. It looks like they didn't live stream it, recorded it as the judge allowed, and then edited it and put it out later.
And cut and paste and put a story together, but I am not authorizing a live stream.
Okay, I just left this in there so you could see what their position was. The court has ordered our cameras to stop streaming. They have taken the feed off their YouTube channel. Just sort of whatever, just so you can see what I'm dealing with.
Court calls the people of the state of Michigan versus.
Okay, now this is a court appearance of the victim, Rebecca, presumably of this situation. This is her on October 29th. Again, she goes missing early November. So this is very recent. And this was because I was putting this together and going back and forth with Zach over at Law Nerds Unite. And he came across this appearance. We were looking for the arraignment, but this is what we got.
Rebecca K. Park, case number 254156 SM. Mr. Green, are you able to see and hear the court?
I can, Your Honor. Thank you for asking.
All right. And Ms. Green is making her way up to the table right now.
I think it's Ms. Park, sir.
I'm sorry, Ms. Park. I apologize, Mr. Green.
No worries, sir. No worries.
And she's wearing a green sweatshirt. So there.
Okay, so there she is. You can judge her level of pregnancy based upon that. This is, again, just a few days before she goes missing. She's in trouble in court in front of Judge Wiggins. I think it's a retail theft or something like that.
There we go.
That's the right color.
Appearances counsel on behalf of the people.
Courtney Lawrence on behalf of the people.
We are here for a pretrial conference. Is there any resolution in this case?
There is, Your Honor.
I'm not sure.
There is, Your Honor.
The other thing, I mean, this is just awful, but you see, she's not only is she pregnant, but she's fine. You can see she isn't struggling walking, or she isn't sick, or she doesn't have any problems. She's got a problem that she's in court because on some theft charge. Okay, fine. But she doesn't look like she's naturally near the end of her lifespan here. She seems just fine. Shortly before, just a few days later, her body's found.
I'm I've reviewed the offer put forth by prosecution. I've shared it with my client. I've made her aware of her rights. She would like to accept the offer and make a plea today if it pleases the court.
All right, Ms. Lawrence, what is the term of the agreement?
The defendant will be pleading guilty to an added count of retail fraud, third degree, and the people will dismiss count one, retail fraud.
Mr. Green, is that accurate?
That is accurate, sir.
Ms. Park, have you heard what the attorneys have said the resolution in this case is?
Yes.
And is that how you wish to resolve it?
Yes.
Will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
You may put your hand down. So it's my understanding that you'll be pleading guilty to an added count of retail fraud, third degree. That is a 93-day misdemeanor and or a fine of $500. In exchange for that, the people will be dismissing the charged offense of retail fraud, second degree, which is the 1-year misdemeanor. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes.
Back on February 2nd of this year, were you on probation or parole? Were you on bond? Do you remember reading and signing this advice of rights form, talk about your rights to an attorney and your rights to a trial?
Yeah.
Did you understand those rights?
Yeah.
Most importantly, do you understand that by entering a guilty plea today, you'll be giving up that right and you won't have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
Other than the plea agreement, has anybody promised you anything in order to get you to plea?
No.
Has anybody threatened you in any way?
No.
And is it your own free choice to plea today? I need you to speak up. The recording equipment can't hear you.
Okay. Yes.
Are counsel aware of any other promises, threats, or inducements not made part of the record?
No, Your Honor.
I'm not, Your Honor.
Then, Ms. Park, to the allegation that on or about February 1st, 2025 in Herring Township of Wexford County, how do you plead to retail fraud, third degree?
Guilty.
In order to accept that plea, I must have you tell me what it is that makes you guilty. So back on February 1st, were you in, looks like the Meyer store?
Yes, I was.
And did you either take or attempt to take some property without paying for it?
Yes, I did.
Did you get past the point of sale or the cash registers with that?
I got past the first store and that's when they stopped me.
So they kind of stopped you in the cart area?
Yep.
And had you not paid for the items?
Yes.
And was it your intent not to pay for those items?
Yes.
What was it that you took?
Kids' clothes for my boys.
Roughly how much?
It was roughly 250 to 270, something like that. I don't remember the exact amount.
All right.
I just know it was in the 200s.
And you would agree with me that that's in Herring Township of Wexford County?
Yes.
Do you counsel believe the defendants provided the factual basis in which to accept the plea and the court rules have been complied with?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
As does the court, I find the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. Ms. Park, I find you guilty of retail fraud, third degree. Pursuant to the plea agreement, the retail fraud, second degree is dismissed. Are we able to sentence today, Ms. Lawrence?
Yes.
Any allocution, Mr. Green?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Park does not have a lengthy criminal record of any kind. I think she's very aware of what she's done wrong. She's openly and readily admitted to it. I know her family's important, and I honestly believe this is going to be a one-off, Your Honor, and she's going to move forward in a positive direction. Thank you, sir.
Ouch. I know her family's important stings in this context.
Thank you. Ms. Lawrence?
Thank you, Your Honor. She does have a very limited criminal history. She was cooperative with the asset protection manager at Walmart. I do think a short term of probation may be appropriate with some sort of retail fraud class. So that's what I would ask for. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Park, you have the right to address the court prior to sentencing. Is there anything you'd like me to know?
No.
The defendant does have a very limited history. I only see one conviction in her past from about 5 years ago, and that looks like it was a domestic. Ms. Clark, today I'm going to sentence to fines and costs. I hope you've learned your lesson from this. There will be a $75 Crime Victims' Rights Fund fee, $50 state minimum fee, $150 fine. I'll waive court costs. I'll also waive the attorney fees. There's no jail on this, correct? 0 days jail with 0 days credit. Ms. Park, any balance that remains unpaid for more than 56 days will have a 20% penalty assessed to that. I'll need you to go out to the front window where you checked in, get your next court date, make a payment if you're able to. If not, get set up for payment plans. All right. Thank you. Mr. Green, is that your only case today?
It is to my knowledge, sir.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a great day, sir.
Well, there you have it. I mean, it's just awful. I don't. There's all sorts of speculation on what's going on. I'm not going to engage in that because we'll figure it out shortly. So I don't want to say a bunch of silly things that turn out to not be true. I have this odd sense in serious situations to, follow the facts and not, we have lots of speculative fun on this channel with, when someone's driving while suspended or something, but not here. Not here. This one we are going to see. I don't see any scenario that's good. Obviously, she seemed to be healthy and fine right there. Yeah, she had a problem on a retail fraud. She stole some stuff from Myers, which is a huge store in Michigan. Okay, she got caught. She pled to it. There we have it. But now she's gone, and the only thing I can guess is that when they find her body, the baby's not there. So they're wondering what's happening, or maybe they know and it's not out. I don't know, but that's the initial mystery. Is this baby somewhere? And then there's lots of other stuff which there's no good explanation for. It's going to be a nasty explanation, but we'll find out what it is over time. Thank you all for coming out. I'll try to find some fun stuff for later.